First up on Focus at 4, we're checking in the capital murder trial of Gabriel Hall. For most of the day, we heard from his adoptive father, Wes Hall. Wes, an attorney and former justice of the peace, was asked why he was so willing to cooperate with police before and after Gabriel was arrested. Defense attorneys accuse him of being more like an attorney instead of a concerned father. Wes defended his actions by telling the court he was concerned for public safety. Gabriel's mother, Karen Hall, has also been called in to testify. Hall was found guilty for the murder of Edwin Shar Jr. His wife, Edwin's wife, Linda, was also seriously hurt in that attack. The jury may begin deliberating his fate as soon as next week. We will have much more on this coming up on News 3 at 5. A new study by researchers in New England is now showing that extra calcium may not actually help protect your aging bones after all.
Researchers analyzed over 100 investigations into the matter that found that guidelines which advise seniors to consume around 1,000 milligrams of calcium a day are actually a little bit misplaced.
Yeah, according to these researchers, there's actually no concrete proof at all that raising your calcium intake beyond standard dietary levels will help strengthen bones or prevent those bone fractures. The study showed that calcium supplements are not actually beneficial at all and shouldn't be taken unless there are specific medical needs where a calcium supplement is called for.
Studies also show that too much calcium intake can actually be harmful. Clinical trials are showing that excess calcium can lead to gastrointestinal side effects, kidney stones, and even heart attacks, all of which, of course, can lead to hospitalization.
These results prove to be very surprising to clinicians, dietitians, and patients because they've always received messages stating that calcium is important and is good for bone health. I take my calcium supplement every day, and now I guess I should talk to a doctor about whether that's actually helping me or hurting me. Especially women are told so often
exactly.
that we need to be doing that. And
that's
now,
important stuff. So to sum up, in most cases, more is not necessarily better. So check with a doctor for a better recommendation plan if you are suffering from low calcium levels, because you need it. You need calcium. I guess just don't need too much anymore.
Yeah.
So in this day and age, we've all become reliant and connected to our phones, but a new study shows staying connected may actually be harmful.
I feel like every day we have a news story about how cell phones are just ruining our lives. But here's another one. Research shows that our cell phone use can harm interpersonal relationships and actually lead to higher levels of depression.
Researchers at Baylor conducted multiple surveys studying the relational effects of partner phone snubbing, which is described in the study as the extent to which people use or are distracted by their cell phones while in the company of their relationship partners.
Results showed that extended use in this way can create conflict and just lower levels of satisfaction in a relationship. Some results showed that even beyond these issues, overuse can disturb overall life satisfaction, lead to depression and insecurity in relationships, which makes sense because you know, you're talking to somebody and you look over and they're on their phone and you immediately just feel and you immediately just feel that little hurt, like, oh, and they're not interested enough to just be looking at me.
I deserve a little attention too, not the phone. Yeah, these studies ultimately show that there is a connection between cell phone use and not only romantic relationships but personal well-being as well.
Yeah.
Seems like a new study's coming out about that every week.
Time. Yeah. But I think that one, as much as I respect those researchers' work, I feel like we all knew that on the inside. Everybody knows that feeling you get when you see, you know, your dinner partner on their phone. So maybe just put it in your pocket.
Yeah, or play the game where everybody puts them face down on the table. Ooh. The first one to look at it has to buy everyone's drinks or
pay for the dinner,
you know, something like that.
I don't like that game, but it works.
Yeah.
But it works.
I guess you're the one who's had to pay most of the time.
What? Every year, the job market, let's talk about something else, is opening up for more and more college graduates.
But millennials, which are those born between 1981 and 1996, are dealing with a drastically different job market than the one their parents navigated, and it requires a mix of old and new job hunting skills.
Yeah, the job market is now more mobile. It's even more competitive than ever before. Skills and education need to be constantly updated, and the boundaries, this is interesting, between personal and work life are blurred. Even things like retirement need to be planned out earlier than ever before.
I think this even falls back to the cell phone study a
Absolutely.
little bit. Due to a mixture of these elements, the average person will change jobs at least 11 times between the ages of 18 and 45, and it's said that millennials will do this even more often.
So the average millennial will actually change jobs every 2 years, which means navigating the job pool waters every 24 months, every 2 years you're looking for a new job.
Gotta find a new job, new place to set up.
Yeah. Fortunately, economists say the job market is the best that it's been since the recession. It's only going to get better, so maybe those every 2 years won't be quite as miserable. Companies are hiring, unemployment is down.
Millennials are more likely to be hired by companies if they have degrees in science, technology, engineering, mathematics, finance, or accounting.
So that's none of my degrees.
one
Absolutely
of mine,
none
though.
of it.
Here I am.
We got our scientist right here.
Yeah.
Not an exact scientist, though.
Okay, we can talk about that.
We'll talk about that later. Hey, all day on Facebook, we have been asking you to join this conversation, asking you how many times you've changed jobs between the ages of 18, 45, and 45. And if you're, somewhere in there, still join that conversation. Tell us how old you are and how many times you have changed jobs, because they're saying it's 11 times on average more for millennials. So we're curious if that rings true for the Brazos Valley. So weigh in, go to Facebook, facebook.com/KBTX Media. Leave your comments right there on the poll, and we could air your answers right here on First News at 4.